Hey, what's going on? It's Joey here. We're going to do your read for November. This is going to be all signs from Aries to Pisces. And we're going to get you set, and I'm going to tell you exactly what you need for the month of November coming up. This is going to be kind of a serious read for everybody here, all signs. November is going to be a very serious month astrologically. And I feel like if last month, if we weren't making moves into the things that we wanted to go into, if we weren't doing the things that we felt called to do, this month is when you're going to start to feel that anxiety. That's when you're going to start to feel that pressure. Come on. It's not going to be a nice ride this month astrologically, but I think, you're here and you're going to hear this. I'm going to give you the tools that you need. Whether you decide to use them or not, that's all on you. Especially when it comes to your love lives. If we're still in the in-between, if we're still in the I don't know, should I stay or should I go type thing, this is the read you want to hear. This is going to be for everybody. I'm going to try to make this general if you're in a relationship, if you're single, if how everything's going to go with everyday life and your profession. So I have the charts here, and we're going to start with the guest of honor, Scorpio, today. And if you stick till the end, I have some announcements I want to make, and I'll do a little collective reading advice at the end. And so make sure you stick to the end, or after you do you hear your sign, you can just kind of click in the video. I'm going to put in the description the timestamp to your sun sign zodiac. This is good for your moon as well. Generally, after 32, I think your moon's a good thing to hear. Those usually resonate with me, especially if I'm pulling the astrology for the sun. It might resonate for you, or your rising sign. The next thing, at the end of the video, so just stick for that, because there's an announcement about a giveaway I have for my 1,000 subs coming up here soon. And so let's go ahead and let's start with Scorpio. We're gonna start with you today. Happy birthday, Scorpio. So the sun's arrived in Scorpio. You're feeling good. Nothing's stopping you here. But Venus is now in tension with your Neptune. That's going to raise some sort of questions. What you're allowed to indulge into. And look at that. The Justice card just fell out here. The people around you, if they're frowning upon you, or if they're trying to say, we'll think about it, or I don't think it's going to work this week. Especially when it comes to your business, your finances. If there's some sort of a question about changing jobs, maybe, or I don't know, maybe you're being looked down in your job, or you're being challenged at work. I think with your love life too, I think you're exaggerating situations, honestly, Scorpio, this week. Your challenge is the Chariot. And I think, I like getting this card for you, Scorpio, because it's about balancing that light and shadow energy. And that's going to be a challenge for you this week. You have the Four of Pentacles, and that is sitting here for what this whole read is supporting about, the energies you're holding on to. And you don't want to let go of certain things this week, Scorpio. I know you don't. And it seems like things are slipping from you sometimes there, maybe. Let's see here. Scorpio dope. I like that. You got the devil at the end there. Yeah, your past tiny elephants overanalyzing things. I think that's the past. I think it's time to kind of grow up out of this situation, Scorpio. It's time to kind of this is past. If you're watching space documentaries, and you're watching things on Atom, or you're watching some sort of things about the universe, snap out of it. I think you're trying to really nuke your situations, especially when it comes to love. You're probably nuking your love situationships, or your love situations here. And I think here with your strength is the Page of Swords, trying something out new. If it seems like it's kind of stuck as well this week, I think trying new things out, It's really good. The Judgment here and what's in your focus, you have the Justice and the Judgment there. Okay, so like maybe you're dealing with you know, the whole thing coming out of Mercury retrograde. You're dealing with that whole Libra thing where you were trying to maybe hold back on telling people what you feel. And I think maybe this is definitely the week you want to start telling people what you feel, Scorpio, because you have the Knight of Chalice here in your suggested approach. This person doesn't hold back. This is you. It's a water sign. The cards are telling me not to hold back anymore. You've been holding back for a while here. What that does is that creates conflicts and passion within inside of you here. That's creating some sort of conflict inside of you. And there are no other people in this read except you, Scorpio. See, for the hope and fear, you have the Ace of Chalice. So like even if you're coupled up with somebody and it's going great, there's still stuff you're holding back. If you're not at this time, you're possibly scared that this person's not going to open up to you and they're not going to have an emotional beginning with you. This is a disconnect. Is it? Yeah, some of you are holding on to things too devilishly here. I always say when the devil's here, it's time to party it up and live it up. And if you're waiting on energies to kind of like tell you, hey, are we going to become anything? Is anything going to happen? And you're not living out this devil energy, especially during your season, Scorpio. You should be out there partying, living it up. It's a Scorpio party, but maybe some of you are holding back. Maybe you're holding back for a Cappy here. Let's see here what the Four of Pentacles, what you're holding on to here. For the focus of the read, what is it that you're holding on to? Four of Wands, balance, that makes sense. Four of Chalices and Two of Pentacles. You have almost a 4-4-4 here. Nah. Yeah, this is just basically like balancing the energies. If you're going to be kind of like rejected, if you're going to be like, or if it's something stable the rest of your life. Look, I don't think this is the month to just kind of focus if things are going to fall apart or they're going to stick together. I think this is the month to just kind of focus on what feels good to you. Honestly, I think that's where the balance comes in. And maybe that's one of your superhero powers there, Scorpio. Whatever you put out into the world is what you get back, especially emotionally. Whatever you're putting out there, you get back. And whatever doesn't put it back into you, well, there's your answer, right? They don't want to connect to that beautiful subterranean watery energy of yours. Yeah, and I feel like we're coming to the culmination of that because I know your last couple reads, we're definitely holding energies back, aren't we? All right, let's see what we got here. Who's next? Sagittarius. What's up, Saggies? Hey, it's a Saggy party this week. Sometimes, Saggy, I feel like this week reality's really starting to hit you a little harder. That these themes are just kind of emerging and coming up for you this month. You may feel cheated out of something this week. But I feel like friends are going to be kind of like a good support system for you here. You're going to be strong in communication. I think for the rest of this year, honestly. I know that because I'm a Saggy moon, right? Take care of yourself this week, especially because, you know, Venus and Neptune, they may give you an issue that says you need to kind of balance out here health-wise. I don't think the Saggy's asking too much for anything here, but you could be dealing with something like that, coping with something like that. This week, I think you're generous with love. If you see that people aren't being generous back, it's time to pull the brake. It's time to pull the brake, man. Actually, before I even throw a card, I already know what this read's going to be about. I already know what the tarot cards want to complain about to you, Saggy. You've been too kind, and if you're not getting it back, You already have this little voice in here in the back of your head, Saggy. You already have it telling you. You have the voice telling you this ain't gonna work. If I'm wrong, let me know. Write it in the comments, but you've been kind of nice to somebody. These charts are scary. Strength card in the middle. Well, I could be dealing with a Leo. Maybe this is my read, huh? Four of Pentacles being challenged here. It's holding on to energies. You're being challenged to kind of hold on to stuff here. The focus of the read is a judgment. Definitely like judging people, cutting things in and out, like what I said, you know. Knight of Chalices here is, in the past, you definitely opening up to things, you know. Unlike the Scorpio, where they're having trouble, you're actually doing okay there. You got the Justice as your strength here. The Devil card here. You may be dealing with a Scorpio or a Cappy, by the way, Saggy. Or Leo. Chariot, Five of Wands, the Fool, and the Moon. Yeah, well, I guess I was wrong here, because it shows you expressing some emotions here to somebody here. I do feel like this is a generous energy, though, so maybe I'm not. You know, this could have been a generous energy of you moving forwards towards things this week. And the Justice card is in your strength. You know, this could be the voice in the back of your head. And it's funny because this is the same snake being cut off that's at the bottom of this Devil card. There's a snake at the bottom of that forest floor. And I think you having a good time and just living your life here and expressing to people. Now, you know, because this is kind of like in your focus, having a good time, Saggy. I don't think maybe some Saggies here aren't even looking for something serious here. Some of you are probably just trying to feel the water out if you're nice to somebody this week, and if that's going to be, you know, for a good direction for you to head in, which I think it's okay because you have this Fool card in your hopes and fears. Maybe you're kind of like hesitant towards jumping at something here. You have the Five of Wands here. Scorpio got this in the same exact position. That's why I said you might be dealing with a Scorpio. That's going to cause conflicts. I have a feeling like all the signs are going to get this Five of Wands this week. I have a feeling this is going to be the card that comes out all night. And, you know, I think with that Five of Wands there, that's like the little conflicts inside your head. This Fool card here in your hopes and fears, I think if you're holding back some sort of energy, I think it's okay to kind of hold back. You know, contrary to me saying, oh yeah, take a leap of faith, go into that, hold back. Don't be so kind this week, especially if you know when you put a lot of kindness into things, maybe you don't get that back. You know, so if you're trying to, especially if you're trying to stunt on a new person here, I think maybe this week, be careful with that. You have the Moon card here at the end. So, you know, that's kind of like you're going through questions in your head about the people around you, for sure. You're running around in your head with those questions. And like I said, the Saggies are not chasers. I don't see you chasing anything here. I don't see you, like one of my favorite tarot card readers says on here, I don't see you playing Tom and Jerry with anybody here. I see you saying, hey, look, do you like this? They're like, yeah, okay, well, let's see where we can kind of bring justice to this situation we got going on here. And then if you say to another person, you like this, and they're like, no, I don't like that. I feel that that's this week is kind of like you're trying to figure out where you're going to put the brakes and where you're going to push the gas this week, Saggies. Overall, I think that's the key. Do we slam the brakes or do we hit the gas? Yeah, and I think there's some love dangers here definitely coming your ways this week with loves here. With that Mars going in Scorpio, there is definitely some love dangers. So don't try to push yourself on anyone this week, I'd say. Let's see what the advice from the universe wants to tell you here. Yeah, look, when I said don't push yourself on anyone here, it's the Wheel of Fortune, Three of Cups, and you have the Five of Swords, right? So yeah, like I said, don't push yourself on anyone this week. Have a good time. You know, let it be a Saggy party. You know, get together with people, make friends. I think, and like I said, yeah, I said that earlier, yeah. You're going to have a very good transit here where you're going to be able to kind of connect to friends, and the friends are going to help you this week, Saggy. And yeah, Five of Swords, ultimate power. That's just you recharging your battery for that ultimate power here. Try not to create some conflict with, you know, especially new energies or energies that look just like friends right now and they don't look like solid relationships. I feel you, Sag. I feel you. All right. Let's start with Capricorn. Capricorn. What do you got going on in your chart over here? You know, I really should study these, but while I'm shuffling, I just kind of study them. Kind of helps drill my brain to just kind of come up with it on the spot too, you know? You know, I think the Scorpio sun's going to bring some sort of tension with you on Saturday, Sunday. What that tension is you're probably going to know... You're going to know the attitudes of people. You know how you're going to sit in their eyes as well. When it comes to love and relationships, Venus is in tension to Neptune, like at all signs. I think wishful thinking, it's hardly, you know, something that you can kind of materialize here. But I think it's overall a good week to hold on to your dreams there. Definitely. Like, hold on to your dreams. I think Thursday here, if you have to say no to somebody, feel free to say that. If you feel like it's time, you know, maybe your partners are expecting you to do things and you're just not in that space to do them, right? Or maybe you're occupied with work or you're occupied with certain situations. I think overall November, you know, maybe people are expecting you to kind of go above and beyond. Maybe you're just not in the space to do that. Yeah. Don't let people wear your patience as well, is what I'm seeing here. Because that could be kind of like, it could either be like they're expecting you to do something and they have like a little tick-tock waiting for you, and that actually could just turn into a bomb instead of just, you know, waiting for something here. You got Three of Chalices. You have the Two of Swords. Wheel of Fortune is your focus. Just going with the flow, right? The past is the world. Nine of Chalices is your strength. High Priestess. Little intuition here this week. Or you could be dealing with Pisces. You know, and you do have the Saturnian card, the world here in your past. So yeah, you know, Saturn and Aquarius, you know exactly what's all right there, don't you? And I think you exactly know what's all right, because last month you've probably had that wake-up call. Nine of Chalice here in your strength. And I think, yeah, this week you're definitely focused on work. You're focused on your dreams. And, you know, I think maybe if you need to realize those dreams with a person, you got to realize those people aren't psychic, you know. You need to express those things as well. I think so. I do feel like you have a little bit of intuition of what's going on, and maybe people are expecting things from you. But I also feel with the Wheel of Fortune is you're just kind of letting things go with the flow this week. I see that. Nine of Swords here, what you need to know about. I mean, yeah, there could be people like sleepless waiting for you to reply to them, or, you know, giving them a response. This could be you waiting for that as well. It could go the either way as well. And maybe this week isn't about expecting things from people, from, you know, like, especially if they're not showing up. And that's an illumination card next to the High Priestess here in your Celtic. And it's saying, you know, don't expect too much from people this week. You know, expect the most out of you, though, with this Nine of Chalices and your strength. That is kind of like a self alone. He is sitting alone there on the workbench, isn't he? Sorry, that's not a workbench. That's just the bench at a park, and he's chilling. Maybe some of you just need to go chill out with yourself this week here. Options in your hopes and fears. But I feel you already know what you want here. And like I said about expressing things to a partner, about your dream, I think like... maybe you need to give people a warning about how you feel, like in that space, that you just don't want to be an option, maybe. And, you know, maybe you need to give people that warning, especially this Thursday. It's going to feel bad here if you don't. And I'm trying to give you the best possible outcome with this Ace of Chalice. This beautiful Ace of Chalice here at the end of the read. I'm really trying to give you a positive outcome here, but that comes with you doing the work here, and not thinking that people are psychically attached to you, or that the world is going to bring you what you need here. And the focus is, yeah, you know, you're not trying to push people. I see that. I see you. And maybe it's not about pushing people, but, you know, expressing, giving people a little hint that, you know, well, I've been made an option before. I didn't like that. I feel you. This is a tight spot. And like I've been saying for every sign, these are going to be very tight reads for everybody, Cappy. You know, not just you. Everyone's getting... I don't want to do the Leo read. But Cappy, I think, yeah. It's going to be a good week, I think. You got that Ace of Chalice at the end there. You're going to be okay. And I'm hearing if one of those chalices doesn't open up, you have a new one opening up anyway. So here you have the Empress. Why do I keep dropping these upside down? The Empress, the Five of Swords. Five of Swords, Five of Wands just keeps coming out for everybody. Yeah, you have the Empress and the King of Swords. So yeah, this week, instead of, you know, dealing with those cold energies that aren't connecting and trying to create conflict with the Empress, why the hell would you be so cold to somebody so sweet? Why would you be so cold? Why would you be so cold to my sweet Capricorn, right? I feel you. But if you're having those energies being cold to you, I think maybe you need to send a warning shot out. I think this week, send a warning shot out and give them a hint, you know, that's not me. This is me. And you got options, Cappy. You're looking beautiful anyways. That's your advice. That's all I got for you, Cappies. I think that also friends are going to be important to you. So reach out to friends. Distract your mind a bit. I have this blazing headache because I didn't drink a Monster today, and I am not trying to quit caffeine. I just totally forgot to drink my caffeine fix, so now I have this blazing headache, and I'm trying to do this read in one piece here. Alright, let's go on to Aquarius here. This week, I think you feel like you've taken a lot. And I think you've been feeling that like last month. And then now you're feeling it again this week. The Scorpio sun's going to run into super tension with your Saturn. So, if you gotten yourself into anything last week, I think you got to kind of take the consequences here. And trigger warning, every sign's been getting beat up here. The Scorpio season is going to be fun. Not for everybody. Maybe if you're a Scorpio or a Sag, maybe, kind of. No, Sages got beat up. As far as Mars going to Scorpio, though, I don't think it's going to be a problem for you. If you haven't been doing anything quite daring or anything lately, I think maybe that kind of changes towards Thursday, Sunday-ish. As for love, I feel like you have new opportunities knocking on your door for love there, Aquarius. Whether you let them in or not, I think that's all up on you. I think there's magical things trying to connect to you, honestly, but it might kind of come out kind of complicated or messy, or maybe people are trying to force their way in. I think you've already gotten a taste of that last week, though, and I think that this week you're just going to get a single repeat dose of that. Especially if people are trying to force their way into things this week, it's not going to work. Okay, I'm really trying to shuffle these cards because the same card is the same damn cards. Five of Swords, Five of Wands just keep coming out, and I don't want to see them anymore. Knight of Chalices, too, keeps coming out. I'm making sure I really shuffle these things. I don't rip shuffle these cards. This deck, I don't rip shuffle anyway, so. Alright, let's start your read here, Aquarius. King of Swords. In your general energy, that's on point. That's what I'm talking about. You're the first sign to get this positive, like, general energy here. You're being challenged with Ace of Wands. Like I said, there's passion knocking on your door here. And the Hierophant, something traditional there, and you're supported here. Definitely supported by the Hierophant, that you want something. You want something. Oh, man. Going too fast. Possibly the people dealing with you go too fast as well. Or you're trying to go too fast. The Hierophant here. It's really telling you that you're focused on something that's going to last. Right? You know, Saturn is in Aquarius, and Saturn's about the things that last here. And then here in the past, you were manifesting something. And this kind of reminds me of your August reading, I think, of you learning to manifest things. And then you have the Five of Pentacles in your strength, meaning you're leaving out energies that just aren't matching with you this week. Good on you. The Hangman could be dealing with Pisces, could be dealing with the Taurus. But I feel that the Hangman is just saying that you're looking at things differently now, maybe. King of Wands, there is definitely a Leo in your energy, and Nine of Swords is your suggested approach. Eight of Swords, your hopes and fears, and the Six of Swords. Yeah, like, you know, when I was talking about energies forcing their way in, like this King of Wands definitely tried to force their way into something, and that could have been you, it could have been somebody trying to force their way into, like, a love situation with you. But I think you're looking at things a lot differently. You're looking for things that last. As well as things that kind of match with your image as well with that Hierophant card. And, you know, culturally, maybe people aren't connecting to you, you know, and culture still is a real thing. I mean, especially if you're living overseas. I know us in America, we're just kind of like a mix of things, but like people like me, you know, I live in Japan where culture is actually in your face every day, right? So maybe some of you are living overseas and some of you are trying to connect with that cultural like vibe. That Five of Pentacles is your strength is really good, because that's, you're not allowing things in that aren't necessarily looking good for you here, because yeah, you have seen things. You've seen things in a different way. You're seeing things in a light where they're going to last you a long time. Intuitively, I feel like you are kind of opening up here as well. Hopes and fears, Eight of Swords. You can get yourself out of this. There's no reason this needs to be a fear. And I think your hope is that you get out of that mental space of overthinking situations that just don't come in good. And then the Six of Swords is moving, you know, and like I said, some of you might be, I have a feeling some of the Aquarians, you might be overseas, or you might be living in a place far from home. Or if there's a move this week, I think, you know, that is definitely, that's a good thing there. And that's you trying to move into something where you feel a lot more safer. But yeah, I don't know why I've been getting that for your reads. And then it's kind of like matching what your horoscope is kind of like trying to project here. That makes sense now, because you have this Ace of Wands as your challenge, and you have this King of Wands in your energy, and this is another person's energy. You're the first sign to get another person show up in your read besides you. Someone's trying to open up the door here for something, but maybe you're not letting them in this week. Yeah. Or maybe you were trying to, but not anymore. Let's see what the advice from the universe has to say. Speaking of Saturn, this chair is so wobbly and it squeaks. I need to get a new chair. A chair that's going to last me for more than 4 months. Alright, Aquarius, so let's see here. You have the Star, that's you. The Temperance, that's a Saggy. And the Nine of Chalice. Yeah, like you're just being patient. And if you're not letting people in your energy, you're just being patient here. Because you want it to show up the way you want. Good on you, Aquarius. You want love to show up the way you want it. And I think if I were to label this as your personal read, I would label it as like you can't have things your way right away. You definitely told this King of Wands they can't have things right away. And that's good. Just be aware that, you know, you make people wait and you turn people away, that can be kind of a turnoff. Although, like, are you testing energies to kind of like stick around and you're telling them to wait, you know? Maybe your challenge is to kind of open up the door to love and some passion here for you. It can get quite boring, especially when you're not inviting those aspects into your spiritual life, your physical life, you know? So yeah, that would be my advice with that. That's all I got for you, Aquarius. Next here. Pisces. What's up, Pisces? I think, Pisces, last week you were able to accomplish a big task. Last week you were able to move forward with energy. When it comes to love, I feel like last week and the week before that, you were feeling really loved, Pisces. I think you're starting to see the big picture of how you want your love life to be, especially in the home. I think this week, if you're being peaceful, it's definitely rubbing off on your partners. As far as new energies, maybe you're keeping people out of the loop, or there's something about private life here. Don't try to get too political with people, especially new energies this week, Pisces. Just try to just try to kind of let people in and let them do their thing, you know. I think this is the only time I'm going to ask you to be kind of pescatarian about this and just, you know, let things flow like water, a river this week. As far as your community, by the way, I think this week is good for being with like community groups. Maybe you were in a big groups or you took trips maybe last 2 weeks. There's definitely a sense of fun last week, and then I think this week that kind of trickles into your love life. Won't be surprised if we get the Three of Cups in your read. You have the Three of Pentacles, almost there. The Queen of Pentacles. In your focus, Seven of Swords. Ten of Chalices in the past. Yeah, I think because recently I feel like the love life has been going good for the Pisces here. Judgment is your strength. Eight of Chalices is your focus there. You got something sweet coming again this week, Pisces. This 2 weeks in a row, did you get a nice read here? You have the Three of Pentacles in your general energy. That is definitely building something. I feel like the Pisces, you're moving full speed forward, building something this week. I don't think the Scorpio energy is really going to affect you so much. Although that, like, if you have a project, the Scorpio energy is not going to help satisfy that project this week. But you have this Queen of Pentacles, meaning you do have an ecosystem and you do have support. You're your own best support here. And the Seven of Swords here, like, yeah, and then if you're gathering resources for a project, especially with your community, this is really positive for you this week, Pisces. The Ten of Chalices in the past, you definitely have love situations and friendships. This is a really friendly card here in your past. I like that because it's showing me that you have become strong in this week, in the past couple weeks with a Judgment, and you realize that, you know, Judgment is an open door and of people that don't want to connect to you in and out. And I'm so happy we're not getting twin flame stuff in your read anymore, Pisces, that you're starting to kind of really channel in that there's the door attitude and there's the door for the nice things to come in, because I feel like the nice things have been kind of pushed back for a while, and now they're kind of coming in here because you have this Eight of Chalice here. This is definitely what your focus was. You definitely, maybe 3-4 weeks ago, you've left things that just aren't balanced here. Eight of Wands here, your suggested approach, and that is communication. So communication is going to be a big thing for you this week, and especially if you're trying to build things or create a community or friendships or anything like that, communication is going to be key this week. Don't you forget that. The things you should know about, old things have rotted away, and the sweetness is coming your way here. Hopes and fears. This is you, Pisces. Look at you. Knight of Chalice. You're addicted to this whole, like, getting... You're addicted. You're addicted to, like, creating a space for yourself and your community, your friends and everything. I like it because you're moving forward, and I like it because you're not stopping, and it's kind of addicting. Once you let go of things that aren't necessarily connecting with you, this energy of moving forward and new stuff coming in is just addicting, isn't it? I'm getting that with that Knight of Cups. Addicting just came up to me in my head. And I do have a headache because I didn't drink my morning Monster, and I'm not drinking Monster now because everywhere I went they didn't have the blue Monster, and I don't like drinking the one with sugar. I would have gone crazy. Okay, enough about me. Two of Pentacles, balance here. You're balancing stuff out, Pisces. You have one of the lightest reads so far. I started on Scorpio though, but I think you do have the lightest read here this week. And especially if you're following my channel, and we've been working on this stuff where we're in these false twin flame things. I think we're starting to kind of open our eyes. Those aren't twin flames. And is the twin flame journey real? Yeah, it is. It's real if it helps you. But I think this week is more about realizing it's you that's been helping yourself this whole time, and it's you that's there loving yourself. You create an ecosystem there. I want to clarify this judgment card really quick with one card before I pull your universal advice. What's that judgment and your strength about? The Emperor. There's some like baller time decisions there. Big baller decisions is your strength. I like that. You could have been dealing with an Aries that just wasn't coming up to the plate to bat for you here. I like that though. Let's pull your universal advice, Pisces. You have sweet things coming to you if you keep up this energy this week. This is how it should always be, Pisces. I'm just going to be upfront. I like this read for you. I had to slam you a couple reads ago. I had to let loose and get mad on the read. I had to. And I like this energy now of, you know you deserve sweet things. Look at that. You guys know. Look at that. This card is sweet too. It's a foil card. I like that. You guys know. You guys know you deserve that sweetness all this time. 7 of Pentacles, 3 of Swords, King of Pentacles. Well, what the universe wants you to know is, yeah, you're still a little heartbroken, but you're working and you're plowing through these energies like a champ. You know what's cool is we don't have a healing card here. Like, it's not about healing, it's working through your pain. If you had pain because of situations, you're working through pain and you're just plowing forward. I feel like healing will come later, but it's not. I think you guys know sweet things are coming, and it's not about the healing, it's just plowing forward with these energies of working through pain. With the 7 of Pentacles, because we all know that that's not seeing results. So some of you are working through this pain and not seeing the results right away. I think you will with this King of Pentacles. And you know why? Because remember your challenge? It was the Queen of Pentacles. You're working towards something beautiful connecting to you. You're working to finding your equal here, Pisces. Really good. You got one of the sweetest reads, Pisces. All right, let's move on here to... Oh wait, that's Capricorn. We already did Cappy. We're doing Aries. Well, we could still do Rams. Do they make that noise? All right, let's see what's going here in your chart. Aries, did you have a breakthrough last week with that Mars and Pluto? Did you cross some sort of boundary you were afraid of? I think if you fail or if you achieve some sort of success there, it's giving you some sort of courage to move forward with stuff. I think you're going to be trying to cross further boundaries here with that Sun, Saturn. Yeah, but I think you're trusting yourself more openly here. Very hopeful for you here. You're feeling hopeful for yourself here, which is good. Mars is in Scorpio from Sunday. It's no longer in Libra. But I think you're accepting those lessons from Libra, right? I think you're accepting for that, especially with your own full moon there, that Hunter's moon. Definitely review what went on last month. I think last month's going to be an important month for you. Review that. And then going into November, I think you're going to be okay when the sun moves into Scorpio there. When it comes to relationships, you're probably like, hey, let's seal the deal here. Let's get married. I don't know. But that Venus and Neptune, you're far from it, okay? So don't let that veil kind of come on you. Keep a good track. Remember what happened last month. I think it's really going to help you reflect on how to deal with the energies in November. Yeah, because you have a lot of conflicts from last month here. Your general energy is conflicts, dealing with conflicts. Your challenge is judgment. Knight of Swords is your focus. Yeah, and I feel like that is you moving kind of like you want to move fast into things, right? Riviera here is special card for this deck. We'll talk about that later. Your strength is the Page of Swords. That could just be you showing up to a tarot read or getting a birth chart reading through me or something, but that's definitely you learning something here. Ten of Chalices. Eight of Wands for the things you need to know. Five of Chalices. Letting go. Okay, Aries. I think here, with this Five of Swords and this Judgment, I think you definitely let go, cut things off last week with people. Especially if they cause conflicts. Especially if they're showing up halfway. I think you've definitely taken a step at cutting things off. You're the first sign to just show up here and saying, hey, you've been cutting things off for a while now. Especially if they're not showing up to the Aries party. You could be looking at people online as well. I think that's what that learning is. In the past, you missed some details about people. This is just how I see it. You've missed certain details about people, and maybe you got tricked into something and you weren't prepared for that. Page of Swords here in your strength. Like I said, you're learning something here, and you're learning that these tower moments, don't take them for granted. These are good, these tower moments, because that gives you something to look forward to. Because after the tower collapses, the next card is a star, right? So that's you saying, well, this is out of my life, and now I have more room for newer things to kind of come in. Yeah, and this is because things weren't meeting up with you here. You have this Ten of Chalices here for your suggested approach. You know, going towards things that emotionally fill you up. That's pretty simple. This week coming up and the rest of November, if you're with somebody and they make you laugh, they make you happy, I think that's where you need to kind of stay. I think that's what you're being called towards here. What you need to know about? Eight of Wands. Communication. What sign got this in that same space? I already forgot, but there was another sign that got this in the same what you need to know. I think it could have been a Capricorn. So if you're dealing with a Cappy, maybe you're dealing with a Saggy here. Oh, hold on a second. You could be dealing with energies that aren't communicating, or maybe it's you that needs to communicate a little bit better, kind of adjust a little bit your communication. These tiny elephants and your hopes and fears, stop trying to analyze things too much this week. Let go. I think it's going to be your best outcome here, letting go of things and just seeing, you know, what's healthy and what's actually sticking to you, right? I think you did enough cutting off last week. And I think, you know, although you kind of want to get down to business this week with people, maybe people aren't just in that space just yet. Just careful, like trying to harm. You're not going to harm anyone unnecessarily here in the future as well. You know, that's like getting into connections and then just kind of second guessing it. Like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have gotten into that. And then you let somebody go. Because I'm hearing that this is going to kind of like hurt somebody else more than it's going to hurt you. That could be a thing too. Let's see here. Let's pull 3 cards from the universe for your advice. Eight of Swords. You're still in your head about something here. Ace of Chalice and the Death card. Scorpio's card here. Scorpio season's definitely you getting out of your head. There's big changes here for you, Aries. There's really big changes. And I think that's just on how you perceive your emotions. Those are the big changes coming. Is there a person here for you? No. Could there be a person there for you when it's relationships? Yeah, there could be. And if you're coupled up, you know, just be aware. Don't hurt the people that you're with at this time. Be careful how you approach situations about the things you need in your space. You know, especially if people are kind of causing these little tower moments for you. Then I think, yeah, that communication is going to be important this week. But you do have a big change coming, and it's a good change. Ooh, I'm getting eclipse vibes. Check out the eclipse, what that's going to do for your specific rising sign, not your sun sign. So if you're an Aries watching that, I just feel like the need to say it. So check what the eclipses are going to do to your rising sign. So your rising sign is different from your sun sign, so check that out. That's all I got for you, Aries. Next is Taurus. Moo. Moo. That's annoying. I'm sorry, Taurus. Okay. Let's shuffle, and while I'm shuffling, I'm looking at your chart here. The sun's arriving in Scorpio. It's going to run into some tension with Saturn in Aquarius. I feel like there's all kinds of advice flying at you, Taurus, about your situations when it comes to love or work, career. Just be careful with that, and that you're really listening to your inner self here. You know, just because the Scorpio season isn't all doom and gloom, maybe that's you being able to kind of connect to like yourself and listening, using your brains as well. You know, like we're always saying, yeah, use your intuition, use your spirit, use your brain, damn it. That's very Tauran, isn't it? Use your brain. So yeah, especially if people are giving you financial advice this week, no. I keep getting that for you, Taurus. Don't listen to people's financial advice. Yeah, because I think, you know, when Mars... Ooh. You know, whenever a planet goes into Scorpio, I think like what this is saying here is kind of like there's going to be a tendency of people giving you advice and then you get drawn into something you don't want. Relationships, I mean, just put it in a relationship aspect. You don't want to get jolted into something that you're kind of iffy about. If you're iffy about it, definitely take the time for yourself to use your brain. I think that's what your read's going to be about here. Using your brain, Taurus. Eight of Swords. Well, we were talking about using your brain. You can get out of this. That's the good thing. Eight of Swords has been coming up for you quite a bit. Knight of Pentacles. Moving forward is your challenge. Doing that in your Taurus fashion, though, with that Knight of Pentacles is beautiful as your challenge. This Devil card is your focus. Okay, so that changes the whole read. We're trying to have some fun this week, Taurus. Six of Swords in your past. You definitely left something in your past. The Chariot is moving forward. Oh, what is this, Taurus? What is going on here? Okay, you guys get the weird read for the week. Wow. You have the Death card, Queen of Wands, the Lovers, and Two of Pentacles on this side. We'll get to that. This week you're being challenged to get out of your head here with that Eight of Swords down there in the general energy, and you moving forward is challenged. Or maybe you're stuck in things, but I see your strength up here is a Chariot, so I'm not even going to worry about that. You're not stuck in stuff. I feel like it's just in your head. This Devil card here for the whole thing is like you're... I don't know why I want to say you're mad. This isn't the Magician, it's the Devil, but it's you support. What's supporting the read here is you're trying to like start something spicy here. Like, I don't know what this is. It could be in regards to something financial or building. It could be a marriage. but maybe it's too much, and it's too much to kind of like, maybe you're trying to bite off too much. How do you say that? You're trying to bite off more than you can chew. I have Saturn in third house Libra sitting there with Jupiter, and I need to learn to speak a little slower when I'm doing these videos because I keep stumbling on things. So let's take a deep breath, because your reads got me excited, and I'm a double Leo, so I get excited when I see cards like this. Okay, this is exciting for me, and I hope this is an exciting week for you, Taurus. You know, but I think because the way I see it in your chart is you know, that Scorpio sun and love, you're imagining all sorts of things just in the arena of love. You're imagining sort of things like maybe sexual things and like you're just, but I think it's too much, and that's exactly what the chart says here, and that's what the devil is trying to say. There's too much here. So I think this week, yeah, you know, Six of Swords, you know, in the past you moved away from stuff that just wasn't working out, you know, that's good. And the Chariot, this is your strength. You want to move forward towards that light and shadow. You want to build something here. What you need to know about is this Two of Pentacles, that maybe things aren't balanced, you know, and you need to wait for things to balance. You know, your suggested approach, though, is the Lovers. That's a hard card to approach, you know, and if you're looking for love or a partner or like, you know, even business partners and things like that, or you're trying to manifest startups and things like that, you're kind of coming off kind of spicy here with this Queen of Wands and your hopes and fears, and I think you're hoping that you get to explode on the scene here this week. And, you know, you do have the Death card up here, so that's big changes coming this week. You have super huge changes. This week's going to be super good for the Taurus. You've possibly got one of the best reads that I'm kind of vibing with here. I wish this was my energy here, but this is just all you, Taurus. I like it. Let's see. 3 cards from the universe. Yeah, just be careful. Like, by the way, like maybe last week somebody tried to end something with you for the coupled up, or something was kind of shaky, but maybe there was some damage control done there. I still think there's still more damage control to be done if there's a rocky relationship going on for you there, Taurus. Let's see here. The Fool, King of Chalices, and what's this last card? The World. Yeah, look, you get the World card, the Death card. I like this. Yeah, this is you just jumping into the things you know where your reality is going to lay. And people are attracted to that. You have a lot of like sexual energy in your read as well. You are hot for the next week or two here. I mean, since 2018, like if you're looking at this from a financial aspect, because I do see this 3 of Coins here in your focus, so there is money on the focus. It's like money and sex. Like maybe the spiritual is not even a thing, you know, in your mind right now, but maybe you should connect to the spiritual with that Chariot card there, right? Because this is a spiritual card, you know. I think if you connect to the spiritual part, that's actually going to close off some sort of chapter here for you, because you do have the money and the love stuff going on for you this week. Can I switch Leo? Can I be a Taurus this week? Just kidding. I'm zodiac fluid. I can be the Taurus if I want to this week. That's all I got for you, Taurus. So I'll see you guys again next week. Let's move on to Gemini. Gemini, is somebody bugging you this week? What do you got going on here in your chart? You may have had like some difficult situations, Gemini. And it feels like you keep getting that situation kind of resurfacing here. I don't like that Cancer moon that's going to be opposite of Pluto on Wednesday. I don't like that. It feels like you've kind of had to repeat this lesson, or maybe that just keeps kind of coming back to smile in your face and you don't want it there. When it comes to love here, the connection of Mars and Pluto has highlighted something you need to take seriously here. I feel like there's going to be some powers here kind of shadowing your love life, and maybe it's the power of nature. It's like notions kind of interfering with happiness, you know. Venus and Saggy promises, yeah, like, you know, maybe there's like some false promises you've been told or lied about. Somebody lied to you, giving you some sort of false hope, and you cling on to it. That, you know, Sagittarius is very Jupiterian, and, you know, it's very hopeful. And maybe you were thinking you can expand with somebody there, and it's probably just kind of blowing up in your face this week again. Let's see here. King of Wands, right? You have when the moon is in Leo, I think that's when you're going to feel like a shift here. And for some reason that came, I was going to say it earlier, and that's why I kind of paused, but then this came out. Or you could be dealing with a Leo. You're manifesting things. That's being challenged, though. Or maybe this is you that needs to manifest things, and manifest things in a manner where they kind of open up to you, like in that Leo fashion, where, you know, you're the king or queen of your thing, and then they just kind of show up there. Wow, you have the Magician and the High Priestess here, and then you have the High Priestess in your focus. That's definitely you shutting off things. The Hermit as well, and the Fool. What is this? Wow, 4 of Chalices. Yeah, you're unsatisfied. You've been unsatisfied for a while here, Gemini. I'm sorry you're getting these cards and you're getting this read. I'm sorry, you know, like, I really want to change this for you, and I will. I'll change it for you when we get to the end. You know, I think now you're being challenged to manifest things in a healthy way, not in a way that's going to kind of trigger more of this blowing up in your face. Okay, so I'm going to coach you through these energies, especially if this is resonating with you. I mean, I should be charging you for this. I'll give you a link to my PayPal, Gemini. We're going to do this differently from all the other signs, okay? Something's just telling me to do this differently for you, Gemini, and, you know, it's my YouTube channel, so if you don't like it, fine, just switch off, go to the end, and find out about the little contest I got going on. But I think here, yeah, this Magician, I'm going to coach you how to do this week, how to transit to... You can manifest things, and your intuition is opening up to situations, but you need to manifest things on a more realistic level here, okay? In the past, you've already been doing the introspection. I think we're done with that. We're done with the introspecting. It's time to get out of that. And your strength here is the Fool, so that you're able to leap into things that aren't going to let you down anymore. Or this could be you letting yourself down, like shutting down energies that show up like a king, and you're still kind of like a page maybe, you know, and you're not opening up to love, right? Because things you need to know about is maybe love's being flung your way, or maybe it's you're looking for love this week, and your suggested approach is, you know, do something Saturnian about it. Although, you know, this is a long way out. Saturn's a very long journey. It's like 3 years in the same zodiac sign. It's the furthest planet. You know, just Well, in Vedic, it's the furthest planet. So, like, but yeah, you guys know what I mean. Saturn is the furthest planet. It's one of the slowest. So here, this is telling you manifest things in a healthy way where it's going to be slower. It's going to be a slow burn for you, Gemini, this week. Hopes and fears, yeah, you don't know whether to hit the brakes or the gas here. I'm just taking this card as it is. I'm not taking it off the Chariot, meaning I'm reading this intuitively, and this is whether you hit the brakes or the gas on something this week. I think you're better off just kind of tapping the gas and seeing if you can just slow down without slamming the brake here, because you have the Two of Pentacles. I told you I was going to make the read nice and light for you. At the end, I am trying to soften this read up for you. You know, and this is you regaining balance. You're going to regain some sort of balance here. But that only comes if you listen to my coaching advice before you go and hit the football field. Okay, Gemini? I need you to kind of like do that interior work you've been doing and kind of slowly step away from that hermit stuff. And like, it's time to really manifest things that are physically showing up. Some Geminis, you may have thrown something to the curb that looked great, and now maybe you're regretting that too. That's just a side thing for some people. And yeah, maybe there's still a door open there for love, but that's only whether you're willing to go towards that, or are you still going to play this game in your love life here. And like I said, that Two of Pentacles is beautiful at the end because it's you regaining some sort of balance in your life. And maybe if the love situations aren't like showing up, it's maybe because you had to deal with divorces and things like that in the past. Usually for like people that are divorced, this card likes to come out a lot, you know. With the Hermit there, I just heard, if some of you are going through divorce, Gemini, that this is karma served already. And you know, karma served isn't a big deal. It's you just finished what you had to repay in this lifetime, and now you go into something new here with the Fool card. Maybe you got Rahu first house type stuff, right? And you got the Magician there. Maybe you got Rahu first house. Magician is one. And yeah. And a lot of that stuff is like, you got K2 sitting in 7th. So yeah, a lot of times things break up. But isn't it better knowing that you're done with that and you can find something better now in this lifetime, right? If you believe in past lives. If not, just take it with a grain of salt, right? We're all on this spaceship Earth, Gemini. I just felt the need to tell you that. We're all on this journey together, so... Three of Chalices, Four of Swords, and the Five of Pentacles. Three of Chalice landed on the table upside down. We'll take it upside down. I haven't done an upside down in a while. Well, this is like, this is maybe you trying different energies and trying to like put yourself into different energies and trying things out. I think what the universe is trying to tell you here with this Four of Swords and the Five of Pentacles, maybe it's time for a little time out. It's a little time out. And it's not connecting to people this week. It's connecting to yourself and realizing how you want to manifest something 10 years out with that 10 of Pentacles card over here. Just like I've been coaching you. And when I say manifest, it's like taking some steps this week. But it's taking some steps towards healthy things because you've already introspected. You've done that. We're out of that. Let's get out of that. If you're trying to manifest specific person, specific love, it's not going to happen. Not gonna happen. I say this over and over and over, and I have a lot of personal clients, Gemini, and all the clients that show up to me again for the repeat reads, they always say, Joey, you were right. It's better not to manifest a specific person, manifest a specific zodiac sign. That actually worked for one of my clients. And she manifested it accidentally talking to me on Messenger one night. She says, I hope I run into the perfect zodiac fit for my life. And then she met somebody down to the T because I did the chart for both of them. I ran the synastry. So good. Okay? Anyways, Gemini, that's all I got for you. Good luck. Let's see here. Cancer, hi. Welcome, Cancerians. Let's see what's going on in the chart over here on the iPad. And then we're going to draw some cards. I'm feeling nice towards the Cancerians today. Let's see what's going on. Oh, the energies are shifting from the peace-loving Libra to the radical Scorpio, aren't they? This isn't going to be a fun read for you. Wednesday, the Moon and Pluto. If you haven't been so nice towards people, I think that's okay. I think you're going to remain firm this week. You feel stronger and stronger, I think, as that moon on Saturday and Friday, the sun, Saturn on Saturday, Mars in Scorpio from Sunday. You're going to be a little bit more assertive. And you're going to come across kind of mature. Now, the thing with that is that if you're dealing with somebody that's immature, how are they going to look at somebody that's mature? Boring. Relationship topics are approaching you here. But it's kind of the same thing. Don't dramatize things, right? You're going to come off boring to people this week. You're going to come off kind of like, oh man, really? Or if there's a relationship stagnating, maybe it's just a little bit too lukewarm. It's not hot anymore. Or maybe you feel like your partner's like provoking you or like trying to step into some sort of engagement or conflicts with you. But yeah, I think overall this week, just try not to come off boring, Cancerians. Let's see here. You have the Two of Chalices. Well, that's healing. That's healing. And I did say something about the water with your partner there. The Two of Swords, you get a 2 and a 2 here as your challenge. Maybe it's healing this week. Yeah, you got a lot of like cleanup stuff going on this week in your read here with your cards. The Gift in your past. Hangman, could be dealing with the Pisces, could be dealing with Virgo, Libra. Could be dealing with the universe because you have this gift card here in your past. Cancerians, I feel like somebody's given you a gift here. And it comes from your past. There's somebody in your past that gave you a gift here. Now, there's going to be a lot of different Cancerians watching this. Some of you got the gift of intuition from somebody. Somebody opened up your eyes. That's a soulmate. They may not be around though. Some of you got an actual physical gift. And maybe you got lied to after that. Or cheated on. Or played on. Some of you actually just got a gift and that's it. Somebody's just showing up physically. And they're not showing up in the emotional space for you. That could be for like a partnered up couple situation. That's what's going on with this card. And it's just sticking out like a thorn in my eye and it's bleeding. And I feel you. I feel what's going on here with the Cancerian. Now your strength is the Hangman because that gift is definitely giving you some sort of sight here. Whatever that thing gave you, and I know maybe some of you didn't want it, ouch. I know, it's giving you the sight here that you need to move forward with the Nine of Pentacles, and that's looking good on your own. There is definitely vibes of healing and cleaning up this week, because you have a Two of Swords, Two of Chalices in your energy, and the Ten of Swords is the whole read here. And when I see Ten of Swords telling you, hey, this is the reason you're here, because you want to look good on your own, okay, you got to clean up some sort of battlefield here with this Ten of Swords. So it's like damage control this week for the Cancerian. And Four of Wands, like you do want something balanced. You know, I feel you. You do want something balanced, but the Judgment card is your suggested approach. Okay, so there's things that in the past you may have judged and said goodbye to, and you don't want resurfacing. Great. Keep that up. You're looking good on your own this week, honestly. Or if you're partnered up, you're just looking good, taking care of yourself. Four of Pentacles here. Here is in your hopes and fears. I think that's really trying to tell you about holding on to energies that are not trying to like connect with you, or energies that are from the past here with that gift. I think it's time to let go. And fears, maybe you're afraid to let go. But in the future, you have 222, by the way, in your read. So Google what 222 means numerology-wise for you. There's a message there for some of the Cancerians, especially if this is resonating with you. That 222 message is going to resonate harder with you. This read resonates, but if it resonates, the 222 message is going to resonate 10 times harder for you when you Google it. Yeah. It's definitely where you want to sink your world into this week, and that's definitely because somebody's given you the gift here. Someone's given you a gift here. It could have been painful, but I think this is really a gift. And I'm not saying that they're going to come back, and I'm not saying that they're going to be in your life forever, and if they're gone, they're gone. But you got something out of it, whether they hurt you or not, Cancerians. Let's pull 3 cards from the universe. Actually, I feel like pulling a card for that gift card. I'm going to pull 1 card to clarify that gift card, okay? This one's sticking out. Let's take that one. The Emperor could be dealing with daddy issues. Maybe this gift is a child. Somebody gave you a child, and that child's your gift. Yeah, for some of you. But I also feel like this person, they're hard-headed, and they're stuck in their ways. Maybe you're dealing with somebody who was older. Whatever that gift was, though, it came from a good space. And if they did something wrong to you, if you were the second set of Cancerians, or you got cheated or played on, energetically, they're trying to give you something good. It still could be a soulmate, but it's like, something that you don't need on the physical. That's pretty deep, Cancerian. You guys got the deep award for this week. You guys got the Deep Read Award. Let's pull 3 cards from the universe for your advice this week. Don't come off boring, please. Not this week. 4 of Wands, 9 of Chalices, and the Wheel of Fortune. You got a wish coming true. I just want to say, you do have a wish coming true. But that comes when you get balance. And when you're not forcing situations in love or your life here, you have a wish coming true. You have the wish fulfillment card here. When the universe is showing up with the wish fulfillment card and the advice, it's saying that it is coming. Just got to hold on to your balance and not force it. It's coming to you. Okay? Yeah. And if anything, you had a gift. So you got 2 good things out of your read, Cancerians. That's all I got for you. We all know who's next. We all know who is next. It's the Leo Kingdom. What's up, Leos? Leo, let's look at your chart first. And shuffle. I'll shuffle while I'm doing that. Leo, I feel like this week you're the boss this week. If you're not the boss this week at work, you're going to try to become the boss somewhere else. Venus is in Sagittarius. That's giving some tension with Neptune there. be careful you're not looking at everything kind of like a game. And, you know, I was kind of starting your read off kind of like a game. Joking with you guys here. Yeah, because it's not going to be harmless. You might hurt people. You might be hurting some people this week. This week is going to be hardhead Leo. Okay. I feel like you're not going to accept lectures from people at work. You're just not... You're the boss this week, okay? But that could be like the very Hitler type of Leo, you know? I'm getting a message. Maybe some of you have been looking at documentaries about World War II and that type of stuff. Some of you could be watching documentaries as well. Some history type stuff. Saturday is going to be a big day for you. I think that's going to open your eyes to something there. But it could be others that you think that just have problems. That's kind of Scorpio-ish as well, isn't it? Only Scorpios tend to do that, where they're kind of creating something out of nothing in their mind, I feel. Yeah, and then the sun is in Scorpio now. I think you're going to have the tendency to act kind of like a Scorpio for the next few days. This is simply how I'm going to say it. You're really scared about opening up emotionally sometimes, maybe. Or you just open up emotionally to the wrong people. Or I have no idea what's going to go on there with you. Neptune's pulling the plug on Venus here. I think these two planets can also positively reinforce each other, but I think you're going to experience love without any interest, maybe. Try not to control people this week. Don't control anyone this week. You know what? If you're going to act like a Scorpio, use your superheroes like a Scorpio Leo this week. Yeah. If emotionally you want to express things, but you're kind of holding back, I think this week, I think maybe you're being called not to hold back and maybe show the Leo kingdom to some people this week. You've been getting that quite a lot lately, especially after the hard lessons we had to go through this summer. Let's see, 8 of Wands, communications, your general energy here, and then your challenge is 5 of Swords. I think you don't want to cause conflicts. That's what that is. Wheel of Fortune there is the whole thing for the read here. I feel like you're going to be lucky this week, Leo. When it comes to love, I think you're going to be somewhat lucky here. Let's see here. Wheel of Fortune here is supporting your read, and that's you not pushing the door open to love. That's allowing love to just kind of do stuff here. You have the 7 of Swords here in your past. That's you getting out of a sticky situation here, but coming out of sticky situations with resources. And your strength is you realize how to walk away from things. But you've been doing this for a long time now. The strength thing, I think you've realized that. You've been doing that for a long time. Now, what you need to know is there's sweet things coming your way, Leo. Very sweet things. This was one of your first reads. You got this card as your general energy. But you have sweet things coming your way, and that's letting the door shut and open, Leo. You're just letting it shut and open, shut and open. What you needed to know, your suggested approach here is to be emotionally open to things. I feel like if someone's going to stick to you, it's because they're going to do the work with you. And I think that's what you want. You want somebody to do the work with you. Especially if you're Leo rising now and you have Saturn sitting in your 7th house. A lot of things keep falling apart, don't they, Leo? A lot of things keep crumbling. Or there's just people showing up in your love space that maybe you don't want them there. Be dealing with a Gemini, by the way, or an Aquarius, but they got this too in their read. That's why I said Gemini, although I don't see like the Lovers card here or anything. Although you do have Swords here. You could be dealing with a Gemini, but I think this is you trying to really balance out the situation for that love story, Leo. And it's not by forcing people, it's not by controlling people, and it's by expressing full-on love and emotion and support. Some of you are being asked to support somebody this week, and I think that's a good opportunity for you here. Trusting your instincts this week will be a good thing for you. Okay? Let's see what the universe has. It's a short one for you, Leo. All the other signs got really long ones. I think it's going to be a short one for you. Let me clarify what this strawberries card is. What are the sweet things coming to Leo? Because all the rotten things, I feel like they brought it away already. It's time for the sweet to come in, right? You can't be always in bad love situations. That's not how it works. You have to get the good love situation come in. I'm hoping so, Leos. I'm hoping so with you. Page of Pentacles. Messages. Page of Swords. More messages. Could be messaging Earth or air signs here this week. And the Seven of Wands, this is physical activity. Okay, this is like, I feel like this is dating. This is 7th house. This is moving around in the 7th house of relationships. But it comes very beginnerish, very starterish, very small steps. And it comes with not pushing people. And when you're overbearing and controlling things, these energies tend to just kind of like, no. Because these are immature energies, right? So I think it's having a good time. I think sports as well this week. If you connect to people doing sports or like a martial arts, very good for that. I really believe firmly that if there are sports or people are inviting you to go do physical things or go out for hikes and things like that, very overall positive vibes for the Leos. Very positive vibes here. Let's pull 3 cards from the universe. Did I say earlier that 6 of Pentacles was a 2 of Pentacles? I think I did. I think I said this was a 2 of Pentacles. But it's a 6 of Pentacles. This is new love coming your way. I thought it was going to be old. This is new. Some of you it's going to be new. Some of you it's going to be an old person coming back in here. I don't want the old person, but some Leos might want the old person back, and I do feel like that might be on the table. Let me pull 3 more clarifiers for this card. What's that 6 of Pentacles for Leo? This whole reading just took a U-turn. Queen of Pentacles. 9 of Pentacles. The Hermit. There could be a Taurus or a Virgo coming back your way, Leo. If not, there is a lesson you learn here from an earth sign. I feel it's a lesson you learn. And it's about giving balance. That when you open up your heart, things stick. Things really do stick. And maybe you don't believe in your power that opening up your heart is going to make a person stick, but I think this week you're the boss. But it's not about being ego, it's not about the ego, it's not about pushing things to work. I think it's you showing your heart, your 100% heart, and showing people that you want something balanced. Some of the Leos, I feel like you might get old love back. Some of you, I feel like you don't want the old love back. I feel you. I don't want old love back. But I think you really learned something here, Leo. And it came from an earth sign specifically, I feel. Or it could have been any sign. But there's a Hermit and there's a Queen of Pentacles here that helped you introspect. This is like stepping stone soulmate, I'm hearing. Stepping stone soulmate, is that right? Okay, yeah. And I don't really try to get too into the deep things about soulmate and energetical, because those things kind of cause anxiety with people. But Leo, this is good. So be the boss about your heart, not about your work situations, not about people trying to help you this week, Leo. It's going to be overall good. Let me pull 3 cards from the universe for you. That was pretty deep. 5 of Wands. Everyone keeps getting that card. 4 of Pentacles. 3 of Chalices. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I keep getting, maybe there's people you're doing physical activities with, getting together with friends. But you're still holding on to something energetically here. And I feel like your heart chakra might be blocked. Stuff like that, right? I feel like there's something blocked within your heart here. The universe says that goes away with your friendship circles and that goes away with physical activities. You're able to open up your heart again. Possibly connecting to a new person this week through physical activity. And I'm not talking about bed pleasures, okay? Get out of your head. Dirty jokes, okay, Leo? This is about having fun this week, I think. Putting that energy to good use. That's all I got for you, Leo. Very cool read. Let me give myself a headache and start the Virgo read. I already have a headache, Virgo. I'm just kidding. I didn't drink a Monster this morning. Maybe after this read I should just go out to the convenience store and get myself a Monster, because I got a non-caffeine, what do you call that? When you don't drink caffeine and you get a headache? I don't know. Alright, Virgo, let's look at your chart here while I shuffle these cards. Let's shuffle Leo's stuff away. Let's shuffle Gemini stuff away for good here. I think this week you're on the road to success here, but you might be approaching it a little bit more stubborn and more brute in your manners. Peace-loving type stuff isn't going to work this week for you, Virgo. So I think... don't try to force things. Don't try to like control situations. I don't feel like you're trying to control anything though. Is that weird? Because Mercury's still remaining in Libra, and I think you can provide yourself some relief actually by not trying to trick yourself into certain things. I think that's going to kind of verbally team up with Venus, Neptune, and Jupiter. Be careful with your words. Be careful with things that you're saying to people that might kind of trigger a response you're not looking for there. As far as love, don't try to idealize things. Don't try to keep that wishful thinking. Just look at the truth this week, because Neptune and Venus, I feel like that's going to just put more of a veil here for you when it comes to certain love situations. But I don't think anything I say is actually going to sway you from holding on to your ideas. Virgo, you're beautiful. But your mind's not going to be changed. No matter what cards come out here, no matter what I tell you, your mind's not going to be changed. No matter if I tell you the chart says, hey, don't try to idealize situations, especially if they're not connecting. If they're not grounding this week, you're not going to listen to me. So, I guess that's it. Moving on to Libra. No, I'm just kidding. No. You have the Empress here in the middle of your read here. Beautiful. I did say you were beautiful, didn't I? But you're not listening to anybody with that sweet Empress. You have the Ten of Chalices in your focus. You're focused on something that's going to last here. What's Ace of Pentacles? There's a door opening up here that you're focused on, that door opening up. I don't think it's opened up to you, though. That Five of Pentacles in the past. You left something in the past. Your strength is passion. Ten of Wands is why you're here. You want to drop something. You're ready to drop something here. You are here specifically because you want to drop something. Knight of Chalices, you want to express it. Knight of Pentacles, moving forward. The Tower in your hopes and fears. Virgo, you're not stuck in a love situation that you don't want to see yourself in. Are you? You have this Five of Pentacles in the past. This keeps screaming at me before I can even look at the other cards and talk about them. Virgo, what are you guys doing to me? Okay, either someone... There's going to be very different set of Virgos here, right? You know, every sun sign has 3 deacons, right? So there's going to be... We'll use 3. 3 sets of you. I'm getting 3 different stories here. Set of Virgos here. You left something in the past and now you're trying to go back to it. Plain and simple. Set of Virgos here. You've been left out in the cold. You're still trying to picture it inside your head. Maybe you're trying to manifest things. Not this week. The last set of Virgos, you miss somebody, but you're not saying it. Why? I don't know. Why that's important to the read? I don't know. What's going on in your Virgo head? I don't know. In your strength, Ace of Wands, there's a lot of passion. You might be trying to pursue things in a very passionate way, and maybe that's not coming from a healthy space. You got this Ten of Wands here in your past. This isn't your past. What are you doing to me, Virgo? You're the first read that I keep stumbling on. There's something here that you're about that you want to drop. I think you want to drop something when it comes to love, or there's something you want to drop that you've already dropped before. And maybe that you're coming back to that situation here. You have these 2 knights here. And I think with these knights, what you need to know here is that you're going to start moving forward here. And you're going to keep moving forward. But your suggested approach is to actually, before you step off, to kind of second look at things and armor yourself up. Prepare for this tower, because... You know, in your hopes and fears is, you know, this tower moment's coming. You know it's coming. It's not about fear and it's not about hoping for a tower moment. It's just, you know, there's something happening here. And it could be regards to work. It could be regards to working on a relationship that now you're seeing that maybe there's an energy, especially if you're that second set of Virgos I was talking about, where you're in a new situation and you're looking back at a past situation. You're realizing the new situation is not working with you because the past situation was actually working with you. Let's clarify that Five of Pentacles for you, Virgo. Yep. like I said, there's a past person here, Virgo. Here's another set of Virgos. Here's another story. Some of you Virgos, you're comparing the past person to the new person. The new person was spicy when it started, but now you're starting to see that they're not putting in the work, right? Now you're starting to see that maybe the old person, the old King of Swords here, the one that's moving towards their victory, working towards things, wanted to heal things with you, but you didn't want to maybe in the past. I'm going to pull one card for that Eight of Pentacles for the now. Eight of Wands reversed, the Emperor, and the Three of Wands. Yeah, you're turning your back to like newer situations because you realize the past. Once again, you get the Emperor. There is definitely somebody that's older than you. It's how I'm feeling. It's how I'm picking it up. I'm not going to make this to fit every Virgo just because it's in the card. So maybe there's a Virgo that's hearing this right now that needs to hear it. You're thinking about the old person and you want to connect to that old person. And they could be older than you as well. Because you have a King of Swords and you have the Emperor. And right now there's communication that's blocked. But you're seeing that the things, when they were greener on this side, they're actually not greener than that. For some of you, you're just realizing that somebody that's left you out in the cold, that's not communicating with you, is just actually not willing to work with you on certain things this week. But that's okay. You know, I think it's slowly, you're beautiful and you realize that with your energy, that if people aren't connecting to you this week, be gone. Be gone, biatch. Felt like saying that. Some of you need to hear it. Let's see for the universal advice for the Virgos this week. Getting some of that nice card sounds. Don't fall asleep before I do your universal advice. Okay. Death, the Hangman, the Chariot upside down. You're definitely not moving towards past energies. Okay. All right. I see what it is now. The universe is saying that this just change had to happen for you. And although you're not moving back towards past energies, there is a sense that you do see things in a different way. And maybe you're going to use that light energy and that shadow energy to move forwards towards better things. Maybe not even with the new or the old. You're looking for totally new stuff here. I can kind of resonate with that too, Virgo. I have a depressed Venus in Virgo, so I feel you with that. Sometimes we do tend to look back at things that were beautiful. But yeah, that's all I got for you, Virgo. On to Libra. All right, Libra, let's start your read here, starting with the chart. You know, your everyday life and stuff. I think Pluto and Saturn are factors that keep making life difficult for you. I think these are about rules or like power struggles, or maybe you're learning to be a leader type thing, and, you know, you're learning about traditional power structures here with Pluto and Capricorn as well. New social rules, Saturn and Aquarius. I don't think you're being stubborn this week, but maybe you're learning to like kind of weed out that stubbornness. I feel like if you've been acting carefully where you work and that type of stuff, because of Mars and Libra, there's definitely the sense that you're not going to be doing that with Mars and Scorpio. I think last week when it comes to your love situations, maybe you went a little too far, and maybe you're afraid that you're going to do that again this week, or you're trying too hard to be nice. You don't want to risk anything. However, kind of like when this week progresses, your attitude's going to change because the Scorpio sun is going to go into some sort of tension there with Saturn. So, it's definitely not the time to stay indecisive about things. You're going to have to show your true colors this week, Libra. You're going to have to come and step up to the plate. It's batter up time, Libra. Let's play ball this week. That's a theme for your read. Let's play ball. And when I said play ball, I meant it because I said that Sun and Saturn. And look, you get the Sun card right in your general energies here. Seven of Swords. This is, you're being challenged to gather some resources here, and Six of Swords in your focus. Could be moving. Some Libras could be moving. King of Swords here is your past energy. The Star here up in your strength. You're willing to dream about things. Tiny elephants. Really cool card. Could be dealing with an Aquarius here, Libra. Yeah, you're definitely trying to figure out where your life is going to fit for the long run here. With that King of Swords in your past and then the Star card, you know, as your strength, you definitely figured that out. You've definitely figured out. Congratulations. You've, Libra, sweet, sweet Libra, you've figured out where you want the long game instead of the short game like all the other signs. You figured out where the long game is because you've analyzed it. You're probably still analyzing things. Get out of your head, by the way. It's this card, there's a warning with this card that I've picked up from my spirit guides. And it was in the other sign that got this card. I'm not sure what sign got it. Only one other sign got this Tiny Elephants card. If you're watching documentaries and getting sad, that type stuff, get out of there. Or especially if you're watching space documentaries and you're questioning life, get out of that. That's making you depressed. Get out of that. Eight of Swords here with you. That's so weird. I know, but I feel like every time that card comes out tonight, I have to say it. Okay? I had to say it today. So somebody is there. Maybe it's Libra and whatever you're watching. Maybe you're watching your moon sign. Or maybe you have moon in Libra. I don't know. Here. Your suggested approach is get out of your head. Right? Oh, there it is. With that Tiny Elephants. Get out of your head. Suggested approach, Emperor. Kick down the door on love this week, Libra. Like, just because something failed last week doesn't mean that this week it's going to fail. I feel with the moon card is you just don't know how people are thinking about you when it comes to their emotions. When it comes to that love, you don't know where they're coming from, Libra. You don't know, and that's scary. Scary as hell. I think that's going to change for you as we progress out through the week here, though. With this chart here, I think that's going to change. Four of Swords. Healing. This is healing your worldviews on love. Healing yourself. And I feel like maybe there's another person here waiting for you in the background. I'm going to clarify here with this Four of Swords what that healing, because it's kind of out of place compared to this read. I feel like I do have to clarify that one. Four of Swords. Let's clarify the Four of Swords for Libra. That is out of place, isn't it? Four of Swords just flipped out again. We'll take it. Four of Swords, the Hermit, Ace of Swords. There's something new starting for you, but yeah, that's after coming through this introspection and this healing. You have the Hermit here, but you have the Ace of Swords, and I do feel like that is communication coming your way. But communication from a new person that doesn't show up like the old stuff. Especially if you were connecting to stuff last week and they didn't want to connect to you. You have something new here, but that comes after some introspection here. You could be dealing with a Pisces, by the way, because Pisces got this Virgo card and that they were getting out of. Oh no, was it Gemini? Sorry, it's Gemini. You could be dealing with a Gemini. Gemini or Aquarius. You could be dealing with another air sign or somebody with a lot of air in their chart. Overall, I think it's good though, that Four of Swords. I think as soon as you start healing, boom, somebody's going to pull you out of there, out of that healing, and says, no, hey, I'm here. You don't have to heal. You don't have to focus all your time on healing. I'll heal with you, maybe. Maybe somebody wants to heal with you. That's nice. Libras, you deserve it. I feel like I kind of resonate with this read, Libra, but that's because I have a stellium, a 3-planet stellium in Libra. I feel like I resonate with this a lot. More so than the Leo. You know I'm double Leo, so the Leo read should resonate with me, but it didn't. Because I'm weird. Tarot doesn't work for me. I can't enjoy tarot like you guys. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna pull your universal advice here. Four of Pentacles, Eight of Swords. So you have 444 show up in your read. Google what 444 means. And you have the Eight of Swords. This is slowly getting out of your head. And Temperance. You've been patient for somebody to meet you here. There's 2 cups on that Temperance card, by the way. So this is definitely somebody that does want to heal with you. There is somebody that's going to heal with you. Very good energy. I feel like this is all kind of coming from a space where you did something last week and somebody didn't want to accept you. Oh. Or maybe, you know, then maybe this week somebody does accept you and that starts changing for you this week. People start accepting you. Maybe it's better that it happened that way. Maybe the things that aren't connecting weren't going to be lasting you because you had that King of Swords at the beginning and the Star card over here saying that you've gone through this, you've learned your lessons here. So yeah, definitely overall very good week for November for the Libras. Very cool read, Libra. That's all I got for you, Libra. So yeah, we're all done with all the signs here. Let's check. Yeah, we're all done. So yeah, let's switch this pad off. Oh, cool. As soon as I switch the iPad off, it says 000. Cool. Just in time, divine timing. It feels like that. It feels like this week for all the signs, if we're expecting Spirit to show up, I really do think, because November's going to be a rough ride astrology-wise, even with government stuff, I think it's going to be a rough ride for all of us. I don't try to get too political with my astrology, but it's obvious in the stars what's going on. And it's going to be a rough month, but I feel like Spirit's really going to try to get in on that divine timing now. I think divine timing's coming. And then we had, like, I think it was a week ago, we had Jupiter trine in a very beautiful new beginning in all our stories. And then whatever's last week's last week, whatever's this week is this week. I think that's the message. All these reads are kind of like revolving around, and now we're coming into these uncomfortable situations where we've been hurt, and now we're kind of like in that Nine of Wands mode. None of the signs got the Nine of Wands card, by the way. I wouldn't be surprised if we get it for some of the collective advice here. I'm gonna pull some of the collective advice here for this week, moving with the energies. Already got jumpers. So this is going to be the things that we should focus this week as a collective. Five of Wands. Damn, this Five of Wands keeps coming out. All the signs keep getting that. Things we need to focus on. An overall outcome for the collective here when it comes to our love stories. There it is again, Five of Wands. Five of Wands again. That is definitely Martian energy coming out in all the reads. That's Mars going into Scorpio and feeling empowered. And I think here for what you need to know is that Five of Wands, Ten of Swords, and the Nine of Chalices. I like this for you. What you need to know is that by doing the physical things, by cleaning up those graveyards and taking back those swords and armor off the dead bodies and burying your dead, you got a wish fulfillment coming in. For the collective, there is wish fulfillment vibes coming in. But we have to do the prior work to that. And the overall outcome is, well, it's you going towards things and it's not other people. Or maybe it's other people trying to connect to your love story as well. Especially if they've seen you doing this physical work, and this is divine energy connecting with this Chariot card. Divine energy is connecting now for the whole collective. It's this month and it's connecting in a not so good time, but I feel like Spirit's coming in now because we may need that. Especially with the astrology in November, I think Spirit just shows up right when we need it. For the collective, there's definitely, with that Nine of Chalices and that Chariot, is just divine timing for all the wishes, all the hopes that we have. But that comes with a little bit of work, especially if you watched your sign, your sign read here. All the signs have to do a certain amount of work, a certain amount of adjusting, a certain amount of, working on one house to activate another house in their life to get what they want. Overall, very good for the collective, all the signs. I'm really proud of you guys. I really am. This stuff isn't easy, especially for me to talk about. Especially your love lives, I'm trying to do things from a holistic approach where I'm not trying to inspire anxiety for anybody, and I'm trying to do things in a way where I'm being something positive for the collective to move you guys forward into the best and beautiful love stories of your life. But you guys got to do the work. I can only coach you so much. I can't lift your hand to call somebody. I can't tell you, hey, put your hand down to not pick up the phone call from that toxic ex. I can't do all that for you. The most I can do is sit here and talk to you, make you laugh, and we can enjoy some tarot together. With that being said, I have two things here. I have an oracle deck and I have a tarot deck. I want to give both of these away. I want to give these away to a subscriber. I want to give them away to a subscriber as soon as I get 1,000 subs. It's going to be how we celebrate my 1,000 subs on this channel. And what you got to do is go to my Instagram page. The link is in the description to my Instagram. And you can either share one of my posts or you can tag me in a post in your story. And when you do that, that'll enter you in for this, okay? And when I make 1,000 subs, I'm going to do a live stream tarot. And then I'll announce the winner. And yeah, I will ship this from Japan to you guys. I've really had fun with this deck, but I really feel like it's time for me to part ways with this deck. It's helped a lot of people, And I think I used it in some of the reads at the beginning when I first started. So you guys let me know if you want me to sign it too if you win. And then this oracle deck is kind of a fun oracle, but I think Spirit's trying to get me not to focus on fun things and trying to get me to focus on coaching you guys. And I guess coaching you in a fun way would be a good thing, but I feel like I'm not really resonating with this oracle deck as much. I used it in one of the reads as well, so it's on the channel. And, you know, I could sign it for you as well. But I'm just not resonating with this deck anymore as much. I feel like it's too jokey for my taste. But yeah, I really think some of you guys would actually use this, like going out for coffee with your friends and then doing their tarot and their oracle. And I think giving away stuff is really good. I just want to get rid of these two. And I really want to say thank you to you guys for subbing to me, for listening to my wild antics, listening to my stories, listening to me throw myself in your reads sometimes, and just having fun with me overall. And in the comments, sharing your stories. It's really brave of you guys to share your stories with me. I really like it when you guys write your zodiac signs. When you write your rising, sun, and your moon sign, I read all that and I like it. So if you're ever feeling hesitant about writing it before your comment, don't feel hesitant. This is a cool collective and you should write everything about you on there. Your stories. Feel free to share that and I read it all, okay? I care about you guys. I really do. And the way you guys show me support, you know, I hope I'm giving that back to you guys through my tarot and my astrology. So, we'll end this read here, guys. And I'll catch you guys again next week. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Take it easy, guys. Bye.